Let's talk about Season 1 of Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2. Downloads are now going live. People are playing early. We have some more Warzone 2 gameplay, some stuff on DMZ, a bunch of stuff to cover here in today's video. We just hit 106K on the channel. If you guys are new, would like to subscribe, definitely would appreciate that. We're going to do a bunch of stuff for Season 1 over the next couple days here. But first up, let's go through some news, some information. We have Warzone 2 launch week. Again, preload is now live for all platforms, Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. You can now fully download the Season 1 update. And the full update is going live this Wednesday, November 16th at these times up on screen as we previously talked about. And I'll be streaming exactly when this update goes out, breaking down all of the content we get for Season 1, playing with you guys on stream, playing with subscribers, members. So that should be a ton of fun there. But let's break down what's going on here because people again are playing early. There's a bunch of stuff happening. Charlie Intel, kind of confusing people, and Call of Duty confused us as well, honestly. In addition to the Warzone 2 preload, the Modern Warfare 2 Season 1 update goes live today at 10 a.m. Pacific time as well. And that's what Call of Duty actually said in their previous blog post when Season 1 was first revealed. It goes on to say, Season 1, along with Warzone 2, officially live November 16th at 10 a.m. Pacific, as we said. And Charlie Intel goes on to say this: since some people are confused, the Season 1 update is live today. Okay, so November 14th, Monday. It's live today, per the COD blog on all platforms, but no content is live till Wednesday. So very weird wording there. So the update is live to download, but the content isn't fully available and out. That wording should probably be changed there, but I get what he's trying to say there. I get what Call of Duty is trying to say. And overall, again, despite that, a lot of the stuff probably will be playable in Modern Warfare 2. For a lot of the previous seasons and games, especially in recent years, you were able to access the multiplayer content for the Call of Duty game early in custom games with bots. And there were very simple glitches, like you go offline, and then you could access a lot of the multiplayer maps a bit earlier. We saw a lot of that with the Black Ops Cold War. Now, unfortunately for, MW2 this year, especially for Season 1, there isn't much multiplayer content. I may have some early shoot house gameplay for you guys that we'll look at later on today or tomorrow. But other than that, we don't have any other unique MP maps at the launch of this season. So I guess this is not really a big deal. Most of this season right now is about Warzone 2 and DMZ. I'm pretty confident we'll get more MP content over the next couple seasons. They just wanted to focus a lot of this on Warzone 2. It's a big launch. It makes sense to me. So for right now, we'll be able to probably play the MP map early, maybe some of the weapons as well. That's a pretty big deal overall. Take a look at the Battle Pass early. Sometimes they load the Battle Pass into the game, so we may see that today. So again, be sure to get this update downloaded and then hop into your game and see what is available early. On PC, you can't go offline. So for console players, you may be able to get a bit more early access for that. So again, let me know your findings down below, and I'll be sure to update you guys on all the stuff we're getting here. Now, we have a bunch more stuff to talk about here. Warzone 2 early gameplay, some stuff on DMZ, some early stuff of Warzone 2 intro and outro cutscenes. Really cool stuff here, but first we have a quick word from the sponsor of today's video. All right, guys, we're back here with Yahaha Studio, a really cool user-generated content creation platform for 3D multiplayer interactive experiences. Anyone can hop on and create their own super unique worlds and games with absolutely no coding experience required. It's really easy to make your own creation in Yahaha Studio. First, go to the Create tab and pick from a wide variety of templates here to get a little bit of a head start for your map. Let's go to the Sci-Fi Outpost template here. This one looks super sick. I want to show you guys how to do some cool stuff here. First off, let's go to the asset library. We'll go to components here on the right, and then we're going to pick the player transformation behavior, which I already added here, but you're going to add that. Then go back to home, and you could pick from so many different models here. I mean, there are thousands upon thousands of assets to pick from and spawn in onto the map. We're going to do a ball here, so let's get a ball. We have this soccer ball right here, which I already added, of course. We're going to click view in the scene. It'll bring it right into the scene here, so you could see right where it is. Of course, we can customize it. We can move it down, across, and this little thing is your spawn point as well. So we're going to put this right next to our spawn point so we can hop in and directly interact with this asset we dropped in here. But of course, you can place it wherever you want on the map. Then of course, by clicking on the asset, you could change the behavior, how the player interacts with the asset. By going over here to more, you could transform it, of course, the position, rotation, scale, collision, the visibility, of course, trigger box. Down here though, very cool stuff, we have components. So you could add a bunch of different gameplay components here, which we'll look at in a second. Also, if you go down, you could add community components as well, stuff that you search up in the actual asset library, such as the player transformation. And we'll also put on there the rotate component. We have our soccer ball. Let's go jump on it. Let's touch it or something. And of course, there you go. Starts rotating, starts spinning, going both ways there. And as I said, you could add so many player behavior components to this one asset, to any asset, to make it just do anything you want. And of course, if you don't want to make anything yourself, there's tons of other creations from other people that you could just check out and play. I mean, again, the possibilities are virtually endless here with Yaha Studio, so be sure to check it out for free by clicking the link down below in the description or in the pinned comment. Now, today we also got the official launch trailer for Warzone 2, and it's probably one of the best trailers we've seen from Call of Duty in a while. For some reason, the quality is just very, very crisp and clean. It looks super, super nice. And they just have a bunch of great shots and cinematics of, you know, people going around the map, swinging into buildings, flying around on boats. I mean, the water combat looks really sick here. Everything looks really, really good. And I feel like from COD Next especially, a lot of people didn't have the best first impressions from the look of it, because it's like people streaming from this one big venue, and then you have other people streaming their streams, and the quality just doesn't look as good on YouTube and Twitch than it does when you're playing the game yourself. And I tried to tell people that, of course, but you know, sometimes people don't listen. But the game itself looks a lot better than what we saw from COD Next, and also from the event a couple days ago with DMZ as well. The map looks beautiful, looks really sick. Again, you know, you have all the MW2 locations, you have stuff from the MW2 multiplayer as well. Really, really sick stuff here. We also have a look at the intro and outro for Warzone 2. When you normally hop into a match, here's what it looks like. The intro looks a lot better, a lot more animated, a lot more, you know, going on. You're walking up to the end and then you jump out. Instead of just with Warzone 1, you kind of just appear at the edge of the plane and then you jump out of it. So it's a slight change, but it still is cool. And the outro here is also pretty sick overall. You fly up, you're sitting down, sitting back, like you just went through this crazy fight. Like it's cool. It's nothing crazy. It doesn't change the gameplay of Warzone 2, but it still is solid. So I like the changes that they made there. Pretty sick stuff. Now, some more stuff here that may affect Season 1 content moving forward. We have from CDL Intel. They tweeted out Crown Raceway could come into rotation after Major 1. If you guys didn't know, Crown Raceway apparently still isn't playable for the CDL matches and for Major 1, but it may return. Very weird stuff there, and the Ghostophobe also heard some stuff about that as well. So we had the copyright issues with, you know, Grand Prix, Marina Bay Grand Prix. It wasn't available in the beta. It was supposed to be, and then they brought it back for the launch of the game. So they must have resolved those copyright issues. They changed the name of the map. They changed some branding inside of the map, but overall that was it. But apparently still, there are copyright issues for CDL, which doesn't really make a lot of sense since they already resolved it, it seems like, but there were still issues there. But that is returning. But what's interesting is that there's still apparently these lingering copyright issues for these maps. Hotel as well is one of these maps that is actually available in MW2's MP right now, but not playable for the CDL map rotation. And that's another weird situation. Where is that going to be removed from the game overall? Will it eventually be added back to CDL? Is the reason why we're only getting 2 remade maps for MW2's Season 1 launch and for the Reloaded update, and we're not getting uniquely made maps, is because of all of these copyright issues. They're just pausing new maps because all of these maps apparently are copyrighted based on the buildings, based on the location where they take place. Is that a possibility? Maybe. I don't know for sure. But if this stuff gets better, if Crown Raceway is added back to the rotation, if Hotel, those issues are resolved and that's added back to CDL rotation, that's a good sign for, you know, not just CDL, but it's a good sign for the overall game, the overall multiplayer mode, and for future content as well. So I know a lot of you guys might not care about CDL, but it's a good indicator as to what we may see in the future for more content for Season 2. Hopefully, if these copyright issues are resolved, we'll get more original, uniquely made MP maps for the base game overall. So that's the hope there. Again, I'll be sure to update you guys on that. We'll see very soon. Now, I want to talk about DMZ. Of course, that is releasing in November 16th as well with the launch of Season 1. A lot of people have mixed opinions on this here. I have a bunch of your guys' comments from my previous video, and if you guys ever want to leave your opinions down below, I may use those comments for future videos. First up here from Tyler, I think one thing that might make DMZ slower paced is making it so the health doesn't regen. It will stop players from constantly rushing around without consequence when the health they lose doesn't come back without a stim shot. Other games such as Tarkov, where the cycle work in a similar way, where you need med kits and combat stims to regen health. I think more AI will also incorporate more stealth, giving cash more value, and a better progression system will also give the game mode more purpose. So that last point, I think, is a universal point, regardless of if you want DMZ fast-paced, slow-paced, or in the middle. I think giving cash more value and a better progression system is needed no matter what your opinion is. So that's a great one there. But for the majority of the comment, it's actually interesting because some people were saying that DMZ from that reveal event is too slow and it should be faster. And you know what I mean? And it was boring because it was slow. But the problem is, for Tarkov players and people that wanted a more tactical type of mode, they want that slower type of mode. They want that. They want the opposite of what a lot of other people want for DMZ. Some people want DMZ super fast paced, more like Call of Duty. Other people want more tactical, more like Tarkov. And I don't know, where does Call of Duty take DMZ? Where does it go for the future? I think once it releases, everyone will play it, and then we'll overall make our, judgment on what we're playing, because most of us haven't really played the mode, so we don't know for sure what we're getting here and how it truly plays until we play it ourselves. But I understand what you're saying here. If you want it more of a tactical type of mode, making it so health doesn't regen is the perfect scenario there. And if it works and if it's fun to play like that, even if it's slower paced, maybe that's the move. Maybe that's the best thing they should do. So let me know down below if you want DMZ a bit slower. And now for the other argument here, this DMZ mode looks very well codified. I played Tarkov for a while, but having something that is similar to it but quicker is a good thing in my opinion. I didn't expect it to be absolutely hardcore punishing like Tarkov can be. So this is someone who played Tarkov and he didn't expect it to be a slow-paced tactical mode like Tarkov, and expects it to be a COD version of it a lot faster, and he's saying that's a good thing. So again, a lot of people definitely, understand where Call of Duty is coming from, why they would make it faster pace, and why maybe that's better for the overall Call of Duty universe to have a faster pace mode. And for Call of Duty and Call of Duty players, would they be ready to play a Tarkov type of mode where it's super tactical, super slow, and then all of a sudden you die and lose all your loot that you grinded for days upon days, and then that's it. You have to start over. I don't know, so let me know down below. Another comment here, they need to have two modes for DMZ in my opinion. One with super long TTK, bullet sponge AI, or whatever gets the casuals excited. This mode won't track in-game time or extraction, so casuals don't get discouraged from enjoying it. And then one with nighttime, no HUD, MP, TTK, and maybe even limited ammo or weapons for the most hardcore-centric players, like this one to track in-game time and successful extractions to incentivize tactical play over mindless sprinting. Very interesting idea there, honestly. I'd also like to see lootable camos and keychains, where they call it, they hang off your gun, which would help non-casuals try at least once or twice before it gets pulled like Battlefield 2042's mode. So regardless, the two-mode idea there is actually super interesting. One super long TTK, stuff like that, where, I mean, maybe it's not as easy to die quickly, and then it's a little more fun to play for a lot of people. And then a super hardcore mode, fast TTK, nighttime, no HUD, very, very tactical. I mean, interesting idea. Let me know down below. I don't think they're going to do that, but it definitely is an idea. It's a pretty decent idea. So maybe in the future they'll get it done. If DMZ continues to evolve, maybe they'll put more resources into having two types of modes like this in a DMZ. I don't know. It's a possibility, but we'll see very soon. But that's pretty much here for this video. A lot of stuff coming out for Season 1, MW2 Warzone 2. We'll be covering it all on the channel, so be sure to subscribe for the latest updates on that. Shout out to YouTube channel members as always, and I'll see you guys in the next video or live stream. Peace out, guys.